Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Howl is the time to howl.
For tomorrow.
Where are we going there? What is going
I figured
on?
you'd catch on sooner or later.
I got you. What is going on? All my horror movie maniacs out there. It's your boy PhatSamuraiGuy back again with another Werewolf movie review live stream. I couldn't do it without my brother from another mother. That's right, DJ Anubis from the Metal Tavern radio podcast son. That's right, he knows his movies, he knows his metal, and he knows his lichens. That's right, and we had a blast yesterday, continuing celebrating Werewolf Week. Right. Celebrating Werewolf Week yesterday. We had a great live stream. If you guys missed it, make sure you check it out. We had special guest filmmakers Aaron K. Carter. That's right. And Corey Hitchin. That's right. All the way from Sydney. You know, he popped in from Sydney, son, just to hang out with us and talk movies. Because he's cool like that. That's right. But we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna be talking more werewolf films today, and this might be a short stream. I don't know. This might be short and sweet today. But before we get into it, let's see who we got up in here. We got to do the roll call. We got Jake Hall. What's going on? Certified badass channel member.
Jakey.
What's going on, man? That's right. We got Samurai Warriors Unite. What's going on, man? What's going on? He says it's been a while. It's been a long time since he's seen a good werewolf film. Anubis, do you have a recommendation for something recent that you think he might like, or is that something we'll get back to later?
I'd like to get back to that. I'm not sure. Like it's very
slim pickings
these days to come up with a good werewolf flick. So
right.
Well, if you want to count Werewolf by Night, that's incredible.
Yeah, if you want something fun, definitely check it out. Eric, what's going on? Oh, we got the Sexy Sumo. That's what he said. Wolfman Jack in the house. That's right. And Todd Johnson, what is going on? He is loving Werewolf Week. What's going on, brother? Good to see you here. And it might be a long one. It might be short and sweet today. But before we jump right into it, you know what? When let's just do it. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. This is just off the cuff, just for fun. We chose these movies for certain reasons, and I can't wait to hear the reasons. Anubis has chosen 2 of these films, and I've chosen the third one. But yeah, let's go and jump right into it. DJ, what made you want to watch Dino Wolf, aka Dire Wolf?
Nothing. I was just acting like a monkey throwing shit at a fan. That's basically what happened. So.
Okay. All right, copy that.
I think I came to you and I said, let's do like a twofer with Howlers and Werewolf Castle. And you're like, well, let's choose one more. So then I just went and like picked anything that I saw. I said, all right, we'll throw this in there to the mix and see what happens.
Okay. All right. That fair enough. But yeah, when I was looking up some of the info about it, I was like, oh, I know that director. But yeah, let me go ahead and read the plot synopsis. Spoilers for all these movies because it doesn't matter. Spoilers
does not matter at all.
Not spoiler for what exactly I'm going to rate it. All these movies, because Anubis, I don't know. That's why I want to talk about.
I gave ratings, so I'm ready.
Okay, good. Okay, you might have to help me with mine.
Okay.
Because I know what realm I'm gonna be in, but I'm not. I didn't do my usual.
But your rating scale is usually like 1 to 5, right? Mine's usually 1 to 10. So.
Right. Well, we changed it to letters. We changed it to letters. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah. So C is average. So,
all right. Well,
I'll help you out. But no, you can still do your style. That's fine. All right, so let's jump right into it. So Dire Wolf came out in, Dire Wolf, not Dino Wolf, came out in 2009. Here's the plot synopsis, guys. A vicious, genetically modified creature that's half human and half dire wolf escapes from a research facility so it can go on a murderous rampage in a quiet, rural community. It's up to the easygoing Sheriff Parker, eager game Warden Jim, and a couple of government agents to stop the beast before things get too out of hand. And this is directed by B-movie legend Fred Olin Ray. And I'm going to show two of my favorites from him. And that is the amazingly funny Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Me and OGP watched at his pad. I believe we reviewed it too on his channel, and we went in. We were like, "This is going to be terrible," and we were laughing our asses off. But like, stuff was meant to be funny. Like, it was a legit comedy.
Right.
Like, it's like really funny. It's great stuff. And I believe the guy in the back there. I believe that's Leatherface. I think that's Leatherface right there. He was in the film.
Wow.
Alienator is just we're in B-C movie territory, but it was just still a lot of fun, ridiculous but entertaining. So I was like, oh shit, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers director. Oh well, we might have a shot. When we posted that we were going to be talking about this movie, we had somebody show up in the comments here. Actor and stuntman Eric Spudik, who was actually in the film, and he commented that Dire Wolf was a fun shoot. This is one of his bloodiest death scenes. Maxwell Caulfield was incredibly nice, and that's our Grease 2 actor who's the sheriff of this film. I was looking up some of Eric's stuff, and he has this looks interesting. Night of the Bastard. I was reading the plot synopsis on it, and it's just a group of people defending themselves against a killer cult. They're swarmed, so they're trying to fight their way out. I was like, all right, okay, we'll keep an eye out for that. That might be fun. And also, Eric, I saw that he was plugging some indie comics here, and we support that here on the channel. Samurai Guys had some indie comic creators here. So if you guys are interested in Vietnam War, it looks like some badass zombies in Vietnam action, only $8. So that's his email there if you guys are interested. And he did not ask me to plug any of that. I'm just cool like that. so
I like that cover art though.
Yeah, right? Not bad at all. So if you guys are interested, check that out and hit Eric up. All right, now it's time to be honest about the film.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All three of these films have something in common, and it's kind of hilarious that all three of these movies came out in different times, all have something in common. The werewolf designs need to be desired. Or what am I trying to say?
Are a little less desired, yes.
Yeah, like there's this every one of these movies, you're like, oh it's like all right, I see what they get. That's my reaction to like every werewolf in all three of these movies, man. I was like, God damn it, they were like almost there.
Well, the funny thing is with Werewolf Castle, like I actually appreciated the attempt.
Right.
When we get to that movie,
yeah,
I'm going to tell you why it was a big failure, but we'll wait until we get there.
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about that one. But yeah, there's much to be desired. I think that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
There's some of it's okay, and then some of it's a little awkward. Come on, give me some sugar, baby. But they, for the most part, they tried to, you could, from the movie, you could tell they were doing the best they can and not show it fully too much, just hiding and attacking, not focusing on it too much, which is the smart thing to do if you don't have the right means here. But there's one saving grace to this.
I know what it is. I know
And
what it is.
you know what
I
it
know
is.
what it is.
It doesn't make it a good movie.
No, but I know what it is. If I'm wrong about what it is, then I'm gonna be shocked.
Yeah. I was surprised, especially when I was like, oh, right? I was surprised with the fucking gore, bro.
Oh, it's not what I thought it was.
Okay. All right. But yeah, dude, like there's some legit gore kills in here. I was kind of surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to give the movie credit for, for at least having some good kills. I was very surprised. I mean, we had intestines getting pulled out, sausages. There was some really surprising and unexpected gore, and it's still way more gorier than Halloween Ends. That's right. I said it.
And the werewolf didn't need a walker.
What did you think? I was gonna.
Well, yeah, it was about halfway through when I kept looking at the sheriff, saying, "Man, he looks really familiar." And so when I went to look up his IMDb, I was like, "Oh my god, it's the different Grease too." That was like a film that I kind of grew up with, and introduced me to Michelle Pfeiffer and whatnot. So I'm like, "Wow, it's him! It's cool," The movie itself reminds me a little bit of Project Metal Beast from the '90s.
Kane Hodder, right? Yeah.
As far as the werewolf look, yeah, I mean, it was a solid attempt, but it just the rest of it's like pretty corny. Like you saw the hands kind of got weird. It doesn't really even move like claws, really.
Right.
It has a camp appeal to it, so I guess in some ways people can appreciate that part of it. Yeah, the best part for me of the film, of course, was Gina Skulls, the bikini girl. It's like the highlight. Yeah, she before the madness happened.
That was hilarious. That whole scene was funny as.
Oh yeah. Oh, it had some funny moments. In fact, the sheriff, who is played by Caulfield, he has like my quote of the movie is "Lady, I got a car to wash. Let's get this over." You know what I'm saying? He gave no shit about anything. He's like, "I got things to do, man. Let's go."
Yeah, he was actually good in the film. He was probably the best character in the movie, but I feel like the FBI guys were kind of throwaway. One of them literally was like died like as soon as they got there. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing? But yeah, it's like, yeah, that was his thing. He's like, I got a car to detail, like I got stuff to do. It was really funny. He wanted to shoot the wolf. She wanted to tranquilize it so they can figure out what's going on. And wasn't that his dying words? Like when his son, he's dying, and his son holds him, and didn't he give him like keys to the? He's like,
yeah, I think so. Actually, yeah,
I think that was his dying words. Something like, please detail the car or finish it or something like that.
Yeah, really I couldn't tell though. Like there was a couple scenes that happened that were reminding me of other movies. And I don't know if it was done on purpose. Maybe you caught it too. So the girlfriend Amber that's spending a lot of time running away the entire movie.
Right.
You remember how she gets into the truck and she just sits in there and then it starts getting hot?
Yeah.
Like I started thinking of Cujo all of a sudden. Like why is she sitting in this truck? And
I
then the other one was at the end. It was almost like Alien Resurrection when the woman was like saying it's her kid or offspring. And
right.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know if it was all done on purpose or not, but that was kind of funny to me that I noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. But what just makes it, it's not the low budget, obviously, of course, like in every movie every movie ever made can always benefit from a bigger budget, right? But it's not the low budgetness of the film that I have a problem with. Like I said, surprised we had legitimate gore kills. That was awesome. But it's everything between the kills, man. That's the problem, dude. I'm looking at the watch I don't have, bro. Like I'm just like, what are we doing? Where are we going? This is not interesting. Either ramp up the kill count or ramp up the comedy. You gotta do something.
Yeah.
Because we were floating, man, between scenes. And the way the sheriff and the female FBI agent were talking to they were just bickering back and forth for a long time and not getting along. I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, they're getting it on by the end of the
Yeah.
movie. They're getting it on, and that didn't happen. The sheriff lost. I mean, he got killed. But yeah, dude, it's just everything in between, man. Like that whole exposition dump in the little restaurant when the warden, the sheriff's son, is up there talking to the hotter girl who's way hotter than the girl he wants in the movie. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? She's like eyeballing you right there, bro. Screw the other one. She wants to be with the douchebag guy. Let her have douchebag.
Right.
You're right there, dude. Anyway, and then you had those two guys that were like doing the graffiti and all that. And then it was like, it felt like 10 minutes of exposition dump from those two guys to the warden. And I'm sitting here like, dude, where is this going, man? Yeah, man. But did you hear that his dad, did this and killed his mom, man? He's like, yeah. And then what you didn't know was this. And I'm like, dude, what? Come on, movie. Like, what are we doing?
Pick up the pace.
Yeah, like 15 minutes of this. Like, oh God. But yeah, it's unfortunate. You have some pretty creative, fun gore kills for the most part. But everything in between, I'm just like sagging, bro. Like I'm just like, all right. I'm doing the Mortal Kombat fatality weight. I'm doing the swerve, the swivel, like
friendship
again. And another big bummer for me was the finale was like, oh, we're done. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on. Let's have some fun. You still got a lot of characters left to kill. Like a lot of the main characters are still around. You can have some more fun with some body count, but no, as soon as they lead the wolf in here, they set the trap, and that's a wrap. And then the movie's over, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah.
I don't think they really had a plan. Like I think they were just kind of running by the seat of their pants for the entire thing.
You think so? They were just making it up as they were going along, pretty much. But yeah. So there's really not that much left to say about Dire Wolf. All right, so I'm curious what your rating's going to be, and then I'll give mine. So what are you going to give Dire Wolf?
Like I said, I use a scale from 1 to 10, and really 7 is like a C, 8 to B, 9 is like 9, 10 like A's basically. Okay. So it's all about rewatchability for me.
Yeah.
You can always find like half decent things to say, like we did in this.
Right.
But I actually won't find myself really watching any of these ever again. But score wise, this will be a 4 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. And you never know. We probably may have the most positive review of this movie.
All 3 of them, really. Because we're really digging deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. I was gonna give it a, because it's one of those. It's harmless.
Yeah.
It's not rewatchable, like you said. You were on point with that, but it's harmless. So I was gonna give it a D plus, but for the gore element, they tried. So I'll give it a C minus. I'll give it a C minus. Actually, you know what? I'm changing my mind.
I'm saying, boy, your bar is like really there.
You know why I'm changing my mind? Because that delivery of the C minus felt wrong inside. Like I internally was like,
yeah, if Lady Phat Low's next to you, she'd be slapping you for that right about now.
Like that hurt to get out there. It's hilarious. Oh, that's fucking funny. Oh,
it's a C minus. Is like pulling out his tongue trying to get there.
All right, D. How's that?
That sounds about right.
All right. I'll give it a D. There we go. Woo! Oh man, that's some funny shit. Holy shit, that's funny. Oh man. All right, so that's it for Direwolf. Thanks for watching, guys.
That's our review. Gotta go.
Now for Howlers, aka High Moon. What made you pick this one? The poster?
Yeah, the story. I was reading the synopsis from it. I didn't even see the actors involved initially, so it was just more like, okay, I haven't seen this yet, and it says Vengeance, Wild West style. So I thought, okay, well, this is cool. Now that's a problem once we get into it, but yeah,
right.
That's basically why I picked it.
Okay. What's weird though is I'm pretty sure you didn't do like me and watch the entire end credits. I'm sure once the credits came up, you turned it off, right? Or did you?
Actually, I think I watched them. I think.
Did you see what it said at the very end?
No.
It said, "Colt will return."
Oh shit!
They were that confident they were going to make a sequel. It said, "Colt will return," but what's confusing is that it says Colt will return in High Moon.
Huh.
That's what's confusing. So this has to be the original title.
Right.
I don't know why over here they call it High Moon. So maybe they just gave up. They're like, well, we're not going to get a sequel, so fuck it. You guys could use the title if you want. But yeah, it says at the very end, it says Colt will return in High Moon. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into Howlers. And I don't know, we might differ on why we think, what our problems with it. We might differ. We'll see, but we'll get into it in a second here. Here's the plot synopsis. A gunfighter from the Old West returns from the grave to stop a bloodthirsty werewolf motorcycle gang from terrorizing a small town. Directed by Josh Ridgway. Starring Sean Patrick Flannery as Bob Barlow and Chad Michael Collins as Colt, known for being in all those sniper movies. If y'all like them sniper movies, that's where he's from. All right. So I didn't see the poster. Like, I didn't really pay attention really. When I made this thumbnail, that's when I looked in on detail. And I was like, oh, there's a car there. But at first, I didn't pay attention. I was just trying to find it. Okay, I finally found it on Freevee to watch. Okay, boom, play, boom. As soon as it starts, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This is all right. Mm-hmm. All right. We got
false advertisement. False advertisement.
I was like, oh shit, we got a showdown. Look at the posses there. We got the posse. And I was like, oh, the posse rolling up is they're fucking werewolves? What? All right, let me strap in and let's go. And unfortunately, this is the best part of the movie because the action set piece, you can see the action for the most part. There's a little bit of martial arts fight choreography there. Our boy pulls out 2 axes, starts chopping up some werewolf stuff. We get a little bit of gunplay, just a little bit. And I was like, dude, this might be kind of fucking fun. And then right after he choppies everybody's pee-pee, right after that, he buries everyone. And then he meets up with a being. Oh, sorry, wrong with this. This is when he's burying people. He meets up with a being,
a ninja,
from another. Now, I know you guys might be thinking I'm making this up, but this is the plot. This is what's a ninja from another dimension.
Yep.
A ninja from another dimension shows up. And Colt goes up to Ninja, and he goes, Ninja, I have killed the werewolves. It's all up to you now to do what you need to do to clean the land of evil, and clear the land. And then Ninja decides to stab Colt, and we don't know why. I don't think it was ever explained why he stabs Colt, and that's it. And then I was like, God damn it, they're gonna do it. They're gonna fucking do it. Don't you, God
Oh, you
damn
do
it.
it, man.
We're in modern times now for
Yeah.
the rest of the goddamn movie. I was like, fuck. I wanted to stay in the wild, wild west, god damn it. And now
Yeah.
we're in the fucking modern times.
I was like so pissed. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. It's like Wild West
We
werewolves.
got
Like,
Wild West whips. We got horses and pistols and axes and shit. And now we're in fucking TikTok. Now we got TikTok. I hope you're happy. Yeah, so I'm just like, fuck. Damn it. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, it still be good, right? Oh, shit. So let's keep it rocking and rolling here. And it still doesn't make any sense.
nope.
Because later, when he explains to Hot Chick, because that's or Samich, I don't know. What should we? Is she Samich?
I can't remember her name.
I don't think it matters.
No.
So when he talks to Samiches, he tells her that, he was chosen because of his rage, because the posse of werewolves killed his wife. And so the ninja from another dimension chose him because he's all about killing, rage, taught him martial arts. So I'm like, all right, I'm going with it, movie. Fine, movie. Let's go. This is what you're giving us. I'm all in. Let's see how you pull it off. And it's still not explained why Ninja killed him. So we're fast forwarding to modern times with the Facebook and the TikTok. And now let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with the caskets rising up there, Nubis. What's going on now?
So a big storm hits this community, and then for some reason that allows these caskets to come up from the ground, and I think they're in like a river or something at first.
Yeah.
At least the gang of werewolves. So the sheriff ends up coming there, and the caskets are empty, but there's like a dead body there, so they're investigating the murder of the person there. They have no idea what the hell's going on. I think the lead girl ends up coming across the casket with our boy Colt, who ends up coming out like a zombie almost,
right?
And scares the shit out of her. She somehow though is comfortable with taking him to her house and looking over him while he's
because he's hot.
Yeah,
because he's hot.
But the crazier thing was when we first get our first glimpse at these guys as werewolves. They're more like Wolfman at this point, but did they really have to get so stereotypical with the black guy with the afro? I mean, werewolf with the afro. I mean, did we really have to have that? And then the lead werewolf, I mean, his face looks like a Shih Tzu. I mean,
that's a lot to be desired. That is the key phrase for today's stream. But go ahead.
We do have like the best quote of the movie. It's nothing personal, bro.
Yeah. That's the quote of the movie. But yeah, so our werewolf guys, they're just back to life for some reason. They get loose, learn how to ride motorcycles like that.
Right. It takes Colt like forever to drive a car, but these guys, yeah.
Yeah. So all of you that are watching, keep in mind, as insane, as batshit as insane as the plot synopsis that we're, giving you right now, we're still in. Like, me and Anubis are still in. Like, we're like, okay, this is the batshit insane plot. Alien ninjas. All right, let's go. Let's see where this goes. So it's just like we're still giving the movie a chance. I think a lot of casuals, Anubis, would watch this and probably turn it off early. They probably wouldn't get us. They probably wouldn't even finish the movie. But we're hardcore like that. We're like, no, let's give everything a fair shot. So what fails? Let's talk a little bit about it. So we have our boy Sean. We have Young Indiana Jones Chronicles here. Isn't that Young Indiana Jones Chronicles? That's him, isn't it? Isn't that the same actor, or is it somebody else? I thought he
Are you?
played Young in
Is it a show or a movie you're thinking
the
of?
show, the TV series.
Oh, I don't even know. I just remember him from Boondock Saints. I love those
Yeah, I
films.
thought that was. Well, yeah, Boondock Saints is great, but I thought he was played young Indiana Jones in the TV show.
He
I
might
might be,
have. He
I
might
might
have.
be wrong, but he plays asshole,
Bob.
uh, asshole Bob,
Hey, Bob.
asshole Bob, who's the mayor of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did we just say earlier, guys? We said you have a werewolf posse that killed this soldier's wife. He comes back for revenge, but before he goes revenge after the werewolf posse cowboys, he learns martial arts and he becomes an even more better killing machine from an alien ninja from another dimension. If you guys give us a plot like that, why the fuck are you wasting our goddamn time with Bob, who may or may not be fucking the sheriff's wife? Why are we doing this?
To be fair,
Okay.
Patrick Flannery is the best actor in this movie, so
No, he's fine.
yeah.
No, he's doing his job.
Yeah, yep.
But in terms of plot synopsis,
oh yeah, he's a waste of space.
Why are we wasting like a big chunk of this movie? Is the sheriff having dialogue with his wife? You know, where you been all day? Why are you home early? What do you do with it? I'm sorry, alien ninja from another dimension. Are we in the same goddamn movie? Are we? Did we change the Alien Ninja movie to Lifetime Channel?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing right now? You know, and then the daughter, Peggy Sue. We're gonna call her Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue.
Her friend is his daughter, and then we have all this dialogue like, hey, there's issues with me and you. He's talking to his wife, and he's all like, hey, to make sure when our daughter's around, we don't let her know things are wrong. And I'm like, dude, what are we doing? There is a werewolf posse out there that just killed a whole bunch of gang members, right? And learn how to ride motorcycles like that. That's your movie. That's your movie, is them following them, shenanigans, terrorizing the town. That's your movie. You already set up your characters. You already have Colt with Peggy Sue here, and he's trying to find. Of course, she doesn't believe him at first. Who would, right? But then once they come across the werewolves, then she's all in. Even at this point, the sheriff is in. He's all in. He's like, I don't want to believe this shit, but what the fuck, right? But we're just wasting so much time padding the film with subplots.
Yeah,
it
was kind of weird. It was kind of weird because I kind of liked the development of Colt and the girl because they really spent time on their story.
That's what it should have stayed.
But it was also kind of a waste because you barely saw the werewolves that much until certain times. It's like you said, the fact that they had motorcycles was kind of like a nod to Werewolves on Wheels almost. So it's like I would have expected to see more carnage from those guys than we got, initially.
How was that movie? I haven't seen that movie. How was that?
It was okay. It's an older one. It was okay.
Like late 60s, early 70s, or
yeah, I think it's late 60s if I remember correctly.
But did they do more shenanigans in that movie than this movie?
Yeah, the Werewolves on Wheels is all about the pack itself. Like on the bikes, they had inner fighting and everything else. So, dude, I mean, they weren't like again, you're not working with like great special effects per se, but the whole plots was pretty cool.
Right. Well, it's not like this movie had great special effects either.
Right.
I mean, sometimes the werewolves just look like they just put black paint over their face and gave them fangs and made them hairy. That was it, really.
But there was a couple of things with this gang that I thought was funny because, like, for one, they went and got these motorcycles, but then they took their vests too, like the warrior style. Like, okay, we know what these mean. And then, like, I don't know about you, but the ending with the lead werewolf, like, he all of a sudden got like philosophical about how Colt was in the afterlife. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like he wanted to know. I'm like, why is he so inquisitive about that?
Yeah, and so, the hunt begins, and I know that sounds exciting, but it's not, in the actual film. And, I have to admit, I thought I had a photo in here. I don't know where it went. Damn it. But I have to admit, I actually perked up and cracked a big smile and started to pay attention a little bit when when the werewolves, like you said, in the biker vest just rolled up. Like I was like, all right, just like in Miami Connection, we had ninjas, right? Drug dealing ninjas on
I mean, they're a
motorcycles.
bunch of teen wolves. They were talking shit. And,
Yeah, just in the daytime, ninjas on bikes riding around the daytime, right? But this time it's a werewolves on bike. I'm like, all right, let's get fun again,
yeah.
right? Let's get fun again with this goofy premise. Let's have some fun again. But unfortunately, that wasn't till the end of the movie, dude. That was like the third act when that happened. Because, we got to spend more time on this.
Bob.
You fucking my wife. How dare you say something like that to me? You.
He was just kind of like, yeah, I fucked your wife and she really liked it.
And you know what made this even more pointless? Was he ended up dying off screen. It was so bad. They didn't even bother. It was just in the newsreel. And then the sheriff died. I was like, what? What happened? And then I think old Bob here got away with the money. So again, what was the point of spending 30 minutes on this cheating with my wife shit? Like, what are we doing here? So what did you think of the final confrontation? Look at that. Look at that. That's your movie.
Yeah.
That's your movie, right? That should be the whole movie right here. like he's got a badass car. He's Captain Werewolves. Like, let's go.
Yeah. I thought it was okay. I must have missed the moment though. Chelsea is the lead actress, the girl opposite of him, and I don't even remember her getting bit. Did you see that scene?
It was in the mayor's place.
Oh, okay.
When he got attacked, they got attacked right before. It was just like a slash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like that.
Because at the end, I was like, "What? How'd that happen?"
Yeah,
when did it happen?
Yeah, she showed up as a werewolf and growled and hissed at Colt and then ran away in the bushes. It was just like, again, kind of going back to what you said about Direwolf. Maybe this is the same in terms of they just made up this shit as they went along here.
Yeah.
Because it made no sense to introduce this sheriff character throughout the whole movie, just for him to get cut, bit and cut up a little. And then where's his transformation in 5 seconds? Like Peggy Sue.
Right. Yeah. You spent a lot of time on him, but he wasn't even really the main focus. Like they were focusing on Chelsea and Colt more than anybody.
The camera left him alone. He was still alive. And on the newsreel, the sheriff did not make it. I was like, oh man, God damn it. The shootout was entertaining, kind of, but at this point, I'm desperate for anything action. My only problem is the two werewolves. My only problem is he literally doesn't do a cool stunt with the car and drift around and start capping. Like he just parks, he just gets out. And he just walks in front of both werewolves who are armed.
Right.
And I'm like, and then these just start shooting. And then the werewolf guys have like the werewolf guy had a shotgun. And for some reason, even with that shotgun, he kept missing Colt. And I was just kind of like, this felt rushed. This felt, all right, we got to end it. Let's go ahead and end it. But then where the movie should have focused more on and stayed focused was action here. And this end finale martial arts type of fight with him and the lead werewolf guy was solid. It actually wasn't really the worst thing. No, but there's a little glimpse of what the werewolves look like, guys, if you want to see what the werewolves look like in this movie. But yeah, the actual fight, I mean, you could tell they spent time with the fight choreography and the movement, and I'm just like, this is your movie, dude. Come on, guys. Like, this is your movie. This is your movie. This is your movie. Why? Why are we doing this? For
Could have
30
used a
guys?
better music score too.
Yeah. Seriously. But yeah, it's just a shame. But this is again harmless. This is one of these movies where, when I used to do my every October, I used to just go and get big stacks of like cheap Blu-rays and horror DVDs when I used to do those type of videos. This is one of those.
You got smart.
But this is one of those where if I got it for $1, $3, and I watched it, I'll be like, oh well, all right, it's okay. Like I wouldn't like that was the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just they had a premise here, and obviously why they couldn't stay in with this premise is obviously budget. You can't have a whole movie with cool shit like this. I mean, it takes a lot of money just for the location, and then they have to get a whole bunch of extras to fill up the town, and then you got costumes for the period piece setting. I mean, I understand, but even when we're still with you with Alien Ninja from another dimension, and we're in modern day times now, you still got to deliver with some kind of action and excitement. And gore. Even the dire wolf, I think, still gorier than this.
Oh yeah.
Easily. But that opening action sequence, dude, I thought we were in for a fun time. Like I was like, dude,
I was all in, man. I was like,
this is gonna be fun, dude. But it is what it is. And I checked IMDb. I have not seen a sequel planned unless I was looking in the wrong place. They're very ambitious. Cult will return. But it is what it is. So, all right. Obviously, better by default than Dire Wolf. What are you giving Howlers?
I gave it a 6 out of 10, which is basically like a D.
A D.
Yeah.
What did you give Dire Wolf?
4 out of 10. F.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I gave it a D, right? Dire Wolf, I think. I gave it a D.
Gave it a C minus.
No, I changed it. Remember? I changed it. Right, don't freak me out, man. I'll be generous. I'll give it. It's a C. It's average.
They made like a real attempt at this. I give them a lot of credit for that. They did give it an attempt. So
yeah, I'll give it. It's a C. It could have been a B. If we had more, if we focus more on action. So, all right, that is Howlers. Now, last but not least, I know you're probably like, why in the hell did Samurai Guy pick this movie? I'll tell you why. Kevin, what's going on? Certified Badass channel member. What's going down? He's loving Werewolf Week. Yeah, man, he's loving Werewolf Week as well. All right. He goes, that werewolf looked like bastard son of Chewbacca and Boba Fett. Hey, Egg Shen, how you doing, man? Good to see you. All right, last movie of the night. I think it's kind of funny. I thought this was going to be short and sweet, but we might actually make it to an hour. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think so. Because there's
all right.
stuff to say on this one, too.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Werewolf Castle, I saw the poster, and I was like, okay.
That's a badass poster, too.
Yeah.
I actually hang that on my wall.
Right? And look at so I saw the poster. And then I saw the tagline. Look at that. Swords versus claws. I was like, what?
Right.
But I did not see a trailer. I just seen this and swords versus claws. And then I saw this one shot. And I was like, let's go. All right, let's go. And I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave from watching the movie. God damn it. Again. Wasted potential again with this movie, and again, it being low budget has nothing to do with my issues with it. That's a theme we're going with here tonight. But let me read the plot synopsis for Werewolf Castle, which came out in 2021. Here we go. Village boy Thorfinn accompanies a group of knights on a dangerous quest to end a werewolf invasion. Directed by Charlie Steeds. Yeah, so hold on, let me close some stuff here. Yeah, I was like, okay, let's go. I'm in here. And right in the beginning, we have did you get Lord of the Rings vibe in the beginning of this movie with him running around, the lead guy running around like he's a hobbit, and he had that nice little playfully delightful music like playing it. And he's like running around. Well, the way he was running around, I'm like, is he playing like a really young teen? And he's like, no, he's going to fuck. I'm like, okay, all right. That I wasn't expecting him to go fuck, but he's apparently older. Let me go to his character's name here. He is Thorfinn is played by Peter Lofsgaard. And Hell Skull Splitter. The names I was fading out, to be honest. So I'm just gonna call him the main badass knight guy. That's what I'll call him.
Yeah, the guy looks like Bjorn from Vikings.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. We're gonna call him Bjorn.
I actually enjoyed that character. Actually,
yeah. Until they
kind of giving a shit sandwich, but
yeah, until they did what they did to there. So
right.
Let's see. Game of Wolves. Big Bad Wolf says, I can't do werewolves that look like the Grinch. And Chewbacca.
I'm hooking up with Big Bad Wolf next week. Talk more werewolves.
There you go. Yep. There you go, Big Bad. You gotta keep the werewolf talking going, man. Keep it going. And yes, this is as long as you've been a movie fan, especially in the 80s, you're gonna get this a lot because a lot of the greatest movie artwork, poster artwork of all times from the 80s. But when you get this straight to video stuff, it's just like, oh damn. But yeah, so he goes, we have Frodo. He's running around the Shire. He finds his woman. They get down, bow, chicka, wow, wow. They're getting down, doing the deed. He's supposed to be watching his little brother, but boobies, right? So he's like, fuck my little brother, right? I got the boobies here. So while he's with the boobies, brother gets enticed by
a flute.
We have werewolf fang. No, not like what was he? What was he?
He was like the leader of the pack, but like I don't think I ever actually saw him transform fully into a werewolf. Everyone else was, but not him. And that was weird to me. So I don't know exactly what he was.
If he did transform, it was really quick.
Yeah.
Like maybe when they got attacked, when the Shire got attacked. There you go, guys. That's what the werewolves look like. I might have another picture. So just since I got you here, Anubis, out of all three movies, which movie had the worst suit or worst look? It's tough, huh?
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing with this one. Their attempt at what they were trying to do with the werewolves were great. Yeah. I really actually enjoyed the fact they went with like real wolf-looking things.
Right.
My biggest problem with them, and this is like the biggest downfall for this movie, is that their mannerisms are ridiculous. So they are busy doing like the oompa-loompa dancing around like idiots, and like they're not scary at all. And so, like, you're supposed to be like terrified of these creatures, and they're like, running around, and they look stupid as fuck. It's dumb. Like, who did this movie? Why?
Yeah. So I think maybe our leader of the pack, whatever you want to call him, he may have been like in suit, and then he gets out of the suit really quick, and then you see him walking around.
But see, there's also that scene though when he's in the cave, and he's laying next to the other dude they just bit.
Yeah,
but the rest of the wolves are in full transformation, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I was confused with this character the whole movie because he looked like a human, but he had fangs. Yeah, and it was just he bit people. his thing was bite, lick, bite, lick. That was his thing. He kept doing throughout the movie. But yeah, I was confused with him. He was kind of getting annoying because I'm like, dude, what the hell's going on? So anyway, the fucking of the Hobbit fucking has been interrupted. The wolf comes in like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, no fucking for you, hobbits. And it's an interesting scene because our hero, Thorfinn, just like a straight bitch, runs away from his girl and hides. And as you can see here, she has a dagger. She has way more balls.
Yeah.
Even during the werewolf attack, he's telling her to hide. This is like before the wolf came in, and she's like, I gotta go find my family. And she was getting ready to leave. You know, she was just like, fuck it. Yeah, she had way more balls, but that's the point of the film, is they want to show how cowardly Thorfinn is until he reaches that point where he becomes our protagonist.
That was kind of another problem I had, though, was these wolves are werewolves, so like they kill the girl, but like somehow they're not going to smell him anywhere. Like usually that's kind of a sign of a werewolf, is like their sense of smell and hearing. So somehow he's still able to avoid being detected.
I was literally waiting for, after he kills the girl, I was waiting for him to turn and to just crawl over I just crawl over like, oh, you're over here. That's what, I was waiting for him to just crawl over and kill the guy. He's right there. Yeah, because I literally didn't think Thorfinn was going to be our lead, because he's like skipping and hobbiting around the Shire. Doodly dit dit dit, diddly doodly dit, doodly dit, doodly dit, diddly diddly dit, diddly doodly doot. And so
Gandalf.
A wizard arrives when he means to. Yeah, so that would have been fucking amazing. We just had a fucking wizard show up fighting werewolves. That would have been like, this is the greatest movie ever made.
I would have been far more competent, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Yeah, so now everyone's like, okay, fuck, there's werewolves. Werewolves exist. We got to do something about this. So these badass group of knights, and there's Bjorn there in the middle.
Yeah.
And there's Thorfinn on the side there. He hasn't fully become badassery Thorfinn yet. But yeah, we got some injured people in the back there, but there was more in the group earlier. And the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, dude, I'm getting Black Death vibes, which is an amazing movie. It's extremely underrated. You guys should check out Black Death. I was getting Black Death vibes, and I was also getting like 13th Warrior vibes a little. Like, we got the badass dudes together with swords. Let's go see what's out there. And let's
the only
fight.
Difference is,
yeah.
And for differences, Bourne took off and then like left the group like still sleeping, and they were like all victims.
Yeah, I was like, God, like they just had no.
There was no shield wall.
No, no, there was no shield wall. It was just like, Bjorn, you're supposed to be the most badass, hardest dude ever,
right?
And you just leave because he's searching for shit, and you just leave your group that gets attacked. And people get fucked up, and then the movie takes a weird turn, and then let's talk about this scene when he meets up with these two. Go ahead, talk about this.
So apparently these two live out in the middle of the forest of nowhere, and I think the guy is like a blacksmith, and so they've been like, for whatever reason, they put up like pieces of silver, like either silver cups or cans or something around the house that somehow pushes or keeps the werewolves at bay. They won't cross these lines.
I didn't know it was that easy, bro. Just get a mug,
right?
Just hang it right there. There you go.
And then somehow also they end up like making a pact with these werewolves by trapping human beings in like a little pit and keeping them as sacrifices, I guess, to the.
Now was she a witch, or she just drugged the knights?
I think she drugged. I think she poisoned the one dude.
Okay. Yeah. Right. And then we had a little bit of action in there with Bjorn fighting. And again, Bjorn's supposed to be this most baddest dude on the planet, and I'm like, Bjorn, why in the hell are you getting your ass kicked from one blacksmith?
Right.
Like, I'm like, dude, you are getting like he got stabbed in the leg. I'm like, dude, this should be one and done, bro. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They're just padding the movie. So, to make a long story short,
Sumo. They look like LARPers.
oh god. So anyway, again, it's not necessarily the budget. Me and Anubis can forgive stuff, right? But it's got to be, where's the action?
Very forgiving.
Where's the action? Where's the excitement? Where's the suspense building? And where's the blood and gore, man? You have a group of knights going. They're trying to get to the castle to get more help from the king, right? That's why they were going there. And then the big twist happens later, which we'll talk about. But on their way is, let's kill some werewolves on the way and hunt what we can. But our main goal is to get to the castle. And everybody just dies. Everyone jobs, and not even in a spectacular, satisfying way. Again, dire wolf. Dire wolf. Better kills. Then that's so bad, dude. So
Did
anyway,
it bother you like it bothered me that you see the armor on those guys, right?
yes.
Did it bother you that the arrows and stuff that the werewolves were using to kill them were like little sticks that happened to penetrate those?
Dude,
remember they kept shooting them at them, and I'm like, dude, that shit should be bouncing right the hell off. Like,
dude, they were getting punked by those little wooden arrows.
Yeah.
That I was from the one leader of the pack guy who can't make up his mind if he's human or werewolf.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, you don't even need the threat of the werewolf pack now. Just have half-breed go out there shooting some little wooden arrows and call it a day. Like this group that was introduced to us as some of the baddest dudes on the planet, they jobbed. Like, I guess a few of them maybe cut a few werewolves down, but it was at night. You could barely see it. It was unsatisfying. It was unsatisfying.
Yeah.
So anyway, to make a long story short, they end up capturing Bjorn. They kill. Interesting death for Bjorn. Did Bjorn have the best death?
Yes, he did. That I did not expect that, and that was awesome.
Tell us about the death there.
So apparently, I think Bjorn is actually the king's son. So when they get there,
right,
it becomes exposed that the king is the one that's actually using the werewolves to kind of like cleanse the area and all this shit. Which at that moment right there, our winner guy there decides not to kill the king when he had the chance. But anyway, the king and his son Bjorn have a hard time getting along. So Bjorn's like really pissed. But then comes a moment where I don't remember if it was the king was trying to make an ultimatum between the lead. What's his name? Thorfinn.
Yeah.
And his son, and I forget what they were like, whether or not he's going to bite Thorfinn or not. And like Thorfinn said, yeah, you can make me one of you. And then the king just goes and drives the sword into his fucking mouth, like Bjorn's mouth. And I was like, that is a good kill. That's a good kill.
That was actually that was probably the best.
The
best kill there. Let's see. Samurai says, well, Cazadors can get through Brotherhood of Steel power armor, so why not? Okay. But very well said there in terms of catching us up to speed here in the plot. But at this point he's starting to get his balls. Thorfinn, he's not so cowardly anymore. He's actually proving his worth. Are you going to talk about the scene where Thorfinn goes to the cave underground and Michael Myers comes out of the cave and grabs his neck and gives him his balls? Right. And then he can go kill now.
Right.
We didn't talk about that scene yet.
No, we didn't.
Anyway, so now it's literally just up to Thorfinn here, and he's swinging the sword around, and some of the action's okay. What do you think? I mean, it's
it's
fine.
certainly better
The best,
than the first half of the movie because
right?
it's just
Yeah,
you got this one guy running around and yeah,
and
he's doing some damage. I mean, I don't know what happened to all the arrows; they're all gone now, I guess.
but I love the set. I love the location. But here's some more shots of the
Right,
werewolf guy.
yeah. And
And
see, you would say to yourself, "Hey, those wolves look kind of cool, but dude, they act so stupid. Like they don't even act scary. It's really bad, so bad."
yeah, yeah. But I guess by default, see this kind of shit right here. This gets me in Anubis like excited. Like let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Medieval times era movie, period piece movie with werewolves and knights fighting. Are
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me? This should be amazing.
I mean, could you
And
imagine if, as good as 13th Warrior was, if you imagine if they just switched them to werewolves, how cool that would have been?
oh my god. Oh
Yeah.
my god. I mean, at first they thought they were
Right,
creatures,
right, right.
but they were posing as creatures. So, but yeah, this is what I wanted here. So, kind of by default, him hacking down the werewolves at the end is the best action set piece compared to everything else throughout the movie, which was disappointing. But even still, it wasn't great.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
was fine. It was fine at best. I mean, if he was hacking off heads, limbs, legs, in satisfactory fashion, you know, we can give some more points, but it was just kind of stock, He swings a sword, they kind of fall over. And then so he kills all the werewolves. Does he kill the king?
Yeah. I think
He kills
so.
the king. That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty
Right.
sure.
He kills the king. And were you shocked with the ending to this movie?
Yeah, but I thought that was good. Like, I
Yeah.
really didn't expect it. So I was like, hey, okay, that makes sense. He
So
actually
yeah,
understood the circumstances that were there.
yeah. So tell everybody what's going on with the finale.
So basically, he does have werewolf powers that actually helps him defeat all the other werewolves. So now, like our lead werewolf, he doesn't really change into the werewolf. He's like that. You just see fangs and strength and whatnot. But
Plays flutes.
right, so he makes it back to his village after killing off the werewolves and the king and everything, and then he decides that he's the last werewolf. So he's kind of like kneeling between. I think it's at the mayor of the town or something that he's in, or
Right.
the leader.
Right.
And they're talking, and next thing I know, the leader just takes out his sword and cuts off his head and ends it. I was like, okay,
Yeah. And you
I'm
see the
down with
head.
that.
You
Yep,
see the head decapitated on the ground. I was like,
yep,
wow. But it wasn't like it would have been fucked up in a way if he's like, hey, I'm back. I saved the day. And they turned on him and killed him. That would have sucked. That would have been kind of fucked up. But, he kind of, like you said, he kind of sacrificed himself. Like he knew, he kneeled.
yeah. It's like he could almost say like, hey, I'm a werewolf, but now I'm gonna go kill bad people. But it wasn't like that. He was just like,
No.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, by the end, our character, our coward, proved his worth, which is perfectly fine. That's a great story arc for his character, but it just wasn't a great story overall. And I hate bashing great ideas, but you got to implement those great ideas. You have to bring them to fruition,
yeah.
And it's just it kind of sucks that it just was like it had so much potential. So, all right, what are you rating this bitch?
I gave it a 5 out of 10.
All
Another
right.
F.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the MVP by default tonight is Howlers. Howlers
Yeah,
is the
it
MVP.
just had a little more promise. It was a little better made,
Yeah,
but it still had its own problems. I mean, they all
yeah.
did.
I'm gonna go. I gave Direwolf a D, right?
Hmm.
I'll give it a D. I'll keep it a D. Why not? You know what?
I give it an A. It's a good A.
I'm gonna give it a D minus.
T minus.
I'm gonna give it worse than Direwolf because at least
Wow, so you're gonna give your own pick the worst score. That's
yes,
great.
yes. Samurai Guy is always honest because at least Direwolf had a few moments where we laughed, had a little bit of eye candy, and at least it had werewolf gore, bro.
Yeah, you would think like that's the
Look
campiest one of them all. But
look at all this shit. Look at all these fucking werewolves and knights and shit, and the kills sucked.
Dude, they should have been beating his ass.
Dude. You know, it's just again, I'm sure they had a great idea. It's tough, you know, it's hard. Movie making's hard.
It is. You know, like we talk about it all the time with like when you think of movies like The Fly or The Thing, where special effects, or even The Howling, American Werewolf, like, you know, with all these directors now trying to do werewolf movies, like they try to save money, they try to cut corners with CGI, but man, you can really see it when it doesn't work. And
yeah,
it's the one thing that's always going to hold it back, because those movies like Howling and American Werewolf in London, like they're going to always be the standard that you're going against, and it's really tough. Those guys really mastered it, and like it made those movies so good.
And then you have to look at, okay, we can't compete with them with special effects or makeup, so you got to go the other way. You got to have a really great story, and you got to
Underworld. Like Underworld, you can get away with that, but
you just got to. All right, we can't compete with, you know, the transformations and stuff, but we got to have at least some cool kills. You know, like there's got to be a balance, you know, to it. You know what? I was thinking about this when we were talking yesterday. Have you seen this?
Yes, I have. I don't remember it, but I've seen it.
I think I liked it.
It was kind of, I think it was kind of like Van Helsing, wasn't it? Sort of.
Yeah, it was like a werewolf dude, but I think he had a crew with him. It wasn't just by himself.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think it's just the CGI werewolves were not good. I think that was the only thing that hurt it. But it was nice to see a werewolf movie where there was action, violence, and they were hunting shit. It was kind of like, yay. And I think I enjoyed it a lot more because this was around the time where Twilight was popular. And I was just so
right
done.
Now, you asked the question earlier, like, what's the best recommendation I give? And I know we kind of dropped the
Twilight.
No, the Wolf from Snow Hollow. I think that's probably one of the better recent ones that are out there. But
you're gonna recommend that even with that ending, you're still gonna recommend it. Huh?
I'd still watch it. It's
okay.
It's one of those few movies. It's like you know what the ending is, but it's like I thought. Like I said, when you were watching the kills in that, you literally thought the wolf was real. Like that was crazy nuts. How
it's a great movie.
They did it. Yeah. So I mean,
it's a great movie. It's a great movie. But yeah, man, this was fun, man. This was a blast. Even if some of these movies were painful, but Howlers wins tonight by default.
I was waiting for the winner thing to pop up.
No. Only for verses. But yeah, man, this is a blast. It's always fun. I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up today. A little bit over an hour. Thank all you badasses for hanging out with us, talking werewolf movies. And actually, don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, you know, we're keeping Werewolf Week going. We got an American Werewolf in Paris versus Vamps, son. We got Werewolves versus Vamps tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow night, Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Join me, a whole plethora of filmmakers and badasses. And Anubis will be there in spirit.
Yeah,
I got you covered already. Your video is in the system, ready to go. But yeah, join us tomorrow for some Vamps versus Werewolves for Werewolf Week for versus tomorrow. Friday we'll see what happens, and Saturday we'll see. There may or may not be something extra planned. So, but next week, Werewolf Week's continuing on with Anubis hanging out with Big Bad Wolf. So make sure you guys.
Next Friday, we'll be talking more werewolf stuff. Tomorrow, for those that are interested in martial arts stuff, I'm doing my debut episode with Lone Wolf Ronan called Lone Wolf with Dub. We're going to talk 7 Grandmasters. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. Please subscribe. Please like. I'd appreciate it.
That's right.
Ryan, thank you so much for having me, sir. I love this a lot.
Yeah, man. I might. You've been on the channel so much recently. I might make you just I might give you control because you can. Because you know, if you could do that now with StreamYard.
Yeah,
I can have you give you control to do stuff. We'll see. We'll talk about that in a bit.
If you ever need my help, I can help you out. No problem.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Hey, if you're new here, thanks again for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Old Samurai Guy. Join to become a channel member. Support the channel over there on Patreon. Keep watching werewolf movies. And if you love werewolf movies, you're gonna have to take some risks, like we did tonight. But Howlers is free to watch on Freevee. Actually, all these movies are free, aren't they, Anubis?
Well, Werewolf Castle, I think, is Amazon Prime, but Dire Wolf and Howlers on Tubi. So,
yeah, there you go. You don't got to watch Werewolf Castle. Just if you're curious.
There was another one on Tubi called Skinwalkers, but I'm not I'm not subjecting myself anymore.
I think Skinwalkers was that the movie trailer where it was the acting in the movie trailer was so bad. I remember the guy say, "I am not human," and I never forgot that, and I couldn't stop laughing. Is that the same movie?
There is a different movie a few years ago called Skinwalkers that came out. Okay. This one I think just came out this year and last year, but
okay.
Yeah, okay. It could be the same one. I don't know when you saw that trailer, but yeah.
I am not human. I was like, oh damn, that's in the trailer, huh? That's how you're advertising your movie.
I know you mentioned that movie Wolves too with Jason Momoa. I did see that one at one point too.
But was that any good though?
No,
let me guess.
I don't think even Jason acknowledges it anymore.
Oh god damn it! No, that's not good. That's not good. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget tomorrow versus 6 p.m. Pacific. Join us, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Cheers.
I am not human.
Human.